Hi, my name's Mr. Green and this is 6A and we're going to do a lesson on subtracting fractions. We're going to start with our 8 times tables warm-up.
0 times 8 is 0. 1 times 8 is 8. 2 times 8 is 16. 3 times 8 is 24. 4 times 8 is 32. 5 times 8 is 40. 6 times 8 is 48. 7 times 8 is 56. 8 times 8 is 64. 9 times 8 is 72. 10 times 8 is 80. 11 times 8 is 88. 12 times 8 is 96. 0, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80, 88, 96,
0.
1 times 8 is 8. 2 times 8 is 16. 3 times 8 is
24.
4 times 8 is
32.
5 times 8 is
40.
6 times 8 is
48.
7 times 8 is
56. 8 times 8 is 64.
9 times 8 is
72.
10 times 8 is
80.
11 times 8 is 88. 12 times 8 is 96.
Okay, I'm speaking to the camera now. I apologise for not moving around, however it was important for you to see that. Usually we'll move around. Okay, so today we are learning to subtract fractions using the 5-step process. And you will be successful, okay, and what I'm looking for, you'll be successful if you are able to recite the 5-step process. Who remembers the 5-step process from adding fractions? Can you show me with a tick or a cross on your feedback cards? So we've got our feedback cards here. Show me with the tick or the cross. Okay. If you remember what the 5-step process was. Okay. Terrific. Just a little, I'm going to pick someone. Bryce, can you tell me what one of the steps was? Feel free to look back in your book if that would help you. I'll come back to you, Bryce. Hudson, can you help me out? Identify. Excellent. Identify. Now, who could tell me what the next one is? Bryce, I'll come back to you because you were the next person. So we identify. I'll use the randomizer. I'll come back to you, mate. Charlie's away today. Ben. Find the lowest common denominator. Next step. Jade. I think you might have missed that one. Sophia.
What you do to the bottom, you do to the top.
What you do to the bottom, you do to the top. Excellent. Step 4. Tyler's out. Hudson. Rewrite. Very close. Good work. And the last one, Silka. Solve. Excellent. So we're going to use the same process that we used before. We're going to use the same process that we used before for adding fractions, for subtracting fractions. Okay? So we might start, this is an I do. So I'm going to do this and show you how to do it. Okay, so we might start with 4 over 8 minus 2 over 5. Okay? First thing I need to do is step 1, identify. Okay, you don't need to write this 5-step process today. If you wish to take notes, you're more than welcome. However, you do not need to write this down. So that is step 1. Step 2, I need to find the lowest common denominator. Because I know my 8 times tables, and we just did them, I know that 8 and 5 both go into, I know this is an I do, but who can help me with this? 8 and 5 will both go into what number? Will? 40. Thank you, sir. So the easiest way to do that, 2 over 5, I'm going to find the lowest common denominator. I'm actually going to multiply each of the denominators by the number that will make 40. Okay, the factors that will make 40. So 8 times 5 is going to make 40. 5 times 8 is going to make 40. If you notice, a really easy way is to multiply the other side, okay, each denominator by each other. Okay, step 3, which is, what was I up to? This one was find the, then it was, am I right, top and bottom? So, what we do at the bottom, we do to the top. Okay, or as Gracie likes to say, what we do to the denominator, we do to the numerator. So, if I've multiplied our denominator by 5, I'm going to multiply our numerator by 5. If I multiply our denominator by 8, I'm going to multiply our numerator by 8. Okay, and that's balancing our equation. The very next thing that we need to do, step 4, is I'm going to rewrite it. Okay, because there's no sense me trying to subtract the fractions with both of these. Okay, with it not solved. So let's have a go. 20, because I know my 4 times tables as well, over 40. Okay, and as we can see, that's a half here, that's a half there, so that's an equivalent fraction, so we know that's right. Minus 16 over 40. Okay, so I have rewritten. That was our step, okay? Rewrite. And step 5, the final step, is to solve. If I'm going to solve this, I know when the numerators are the denominators are the same, they stay the same. So the denominators, if the denominators are the same, they stay the same. Excellent. So I have 40 over. So our numerator, 20 minus 16, I know it is going to be 4. Okay? Now, that is solve. That is all I expect you to do. If you would like to extend yourself today, you can simplify this fraction. If you would like to simplify this fraction, I'm going to ask you, Bryce, you look like you're aware, what could both of these numbers be divisible by to simplify the fraction?
Well, I know that they're both divisible by 4.
Excellent, they're both divisible by 4. So if I divide the numerator and the denominator by 4, I'm going to get 1 over 10. Excellent. That's perfect. That is all we need to do. Now, I want you to discuss with your person next to you why, you have 30 seconds, why it is important to rewrite. Why it's important for this step here. Okay? Why do we need to take it from there to there before we get to this one? Talk to your partner. You've got 20 seconds. Come with me, Swivel. I can only go this far. So girls, I'm going to ask you, please talk.
I think
What do you think, Silka?
I think it's because you don't get mixed up and you get the answer, the first answer before you get the second.
Okay, good. Do you agree with that, Jade? Do you have something different?
No.
No? Okay. Good work.
Yeah.
Good work. And because I can't give too many feathers because I can't get to the back of the room for this lesson, sorry guys. Excellent. So I'm going to use randomizer and ask you, Trey, tell me what you guys spoke about.
so if you don't rewrite it, you'll lose like what you're going to do from the restart. So it's important to keep know where you are.
That's excellent. That's excellent. Now I'd like you to use your feedback cards. I want you to use 1, 2 or 3 today. 1, 2 or 3. I want you to use number 1 if you completely understand the 5-step process. Number 2 if you kind of understand it. And number 3 if you have no idea what we're talking about. Excellent. As I look around the room, I've got everybody at either number 1 or 2. So using some formative assessment, I'm talking to the camera for this one, using some formative assessment, I know that we're pretty much on the right track. Okay. So, let's see. We might do a we do now. Okay. So I'm going to rub the middle part out. I'll leave the top stuff up. Okie dokie. So, who can tell me, repeat the 5-step process for me? Wenty.
First step is identify.
Identify. Yep, then what?
Then the second one is find the lowest common denominator.
Excellent.
Third one is what you do to the top, you do to the bottom.
Excellent.
And fourth one is rewrite.
Yep.
And then fifth one is solve.
Lachlan, I want you to tell me what I'm looking for today. If you would be successful if you are able to recite.
Recite the 5 steps process.
Okay. Could you do that just then? Yes. You just did it. You just did that, so you are already successful. So you've just got to the I do, and you're already successful in this lesson. So how are we going to make you extend yourself? All right. So we might do this one. 5/8 plus 2, we're doing subtracting, minus 2/6. I need to identify. Identify. Let's see. Randomizer. Charlie's doing science. Jade, what do I need to identify? Do I need to find the lowest common denominator here? Are they the same denominator? No. So you identified that. Okay, well done. I need to find the lowest common denominator. So I write my second step down. 5/8 minus 2/6. Cool banana. What do I need to do now? I need to, Sophia, find the lowest common denominator. How do I find the lowest common denominator? We know our 8 times tables. And what do 8 and 6 go into evenly? No, so bigger number. So what's 8 times 6? 48. Okay, that's an easy way to find a common denominator. So we're finding a common denominator. To find the lowest common denominator, we really need to know our 8 times tables. So I'm going to do it one way to start with. We're going to multiply the bottoms by each other, the denominators by each other. Okay? Another way you could do it is if you knew that 8 times 6 is 48, okay, 6 times 8 is 48, but you also knew 6 times 4 was 24, and 8 times 3 was 24, you could do it that way, and it saves simplifying as much at the end. But we're going to do it this way to begin with. What is our next step? Our next step is to what we do to the denominator, we do to the numerator. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's see. I already picked you, Sophia, and Jade. It's not very random, is it? And Tyler's not in here. Charlotte, what do I have to do here? Okay, so I'm going to go like this, and what number am I going to put here? 6. So what I've done to the denominator, I've done to the numerator. Okay? And over this side, Will. I could, but then it's not random. We still want to include those. So 6 times 8, what do I do up here, mate? What number is going to be multiplied here? 8. 8, excellent work. Now I'm going to rewrite for my next step. Wenty. What am I going to do? Rewrite. What does that mean?
Like, make the answer out of the times. Like,
Okay, yeah, so we're going to solve these little parts of the equation. Okay, Dane.
Yep.
I haven't drawn your name out yet, so I'm going to say, Dane, can you help me out here? What is 5 times 6?
5 times 6 is 30.
What is 8 times 6, Sophia?
8 times 6 is
Excellent, you told me that one before. So we've got 30 over 48 minus, Hudson, what's 2 times 8?
2.
Excellent, 16. And 6 times 8 is? 48. Excellent work. Last thing we need to do is what?
Solve it.
Excellent, solve it. Last thing we need to do is?
Solve it.
Okay, so I know if the denominators are the same, they?
Stay the same.
Okay, over 48. So I put this number in here, 30 and 16, and that's going to equal something over 48. Ben, your name was actually drawn out before. Can you tell me what 30 minus 16 is? 14? Yeah, it is exactly 14. That's perfect. 14. What could I then do to make sure that it was right? What could I then do just as a little bit extra? Yes?
You can simplify.
Simplify. How could I simplify 14 over 48? What goes into both of those? Use our divisibility rules. If we're using our divisibility rules, have a think about it. Yes? 2, because they're both even numbers. So if we have both even numbers, divide by 2, divide by 2, okay, is going to give us what? M.
It would give us.
So 14 divided by 2. How many 2's in 14?
21.
Not quite. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
7.
7 is exactly right. 7. And Charlotte, do you know how many 2's? 24. That's right. And that's actually that number we got over here, wasn't it? Yeah, so by finding the lowest common denominator, we didn't actually have to simplify it. Okay, so we actually had to add an extra step in because we only found a common denominator. So 7 over 24. Excellent work. Now, using your feedback cards now, same thing. Use a 1, 2 or 3. 1, that you completely get this and you can do it on your own. 2, you kind of get it. Or 3, you really still have no idea. Excellent. I like how some people's 2's have moved to 1's and the people with the 1's have moved them even higher. That's excellent. We're going to do a you-do task now. With our you-do task, I'm going to put up easy, medium and hard. With your easy, medium and hard, I only expect you to do 1 today. Usually I expect you to do 2, but we have some time constraints. So, I only need to do 1. I'm going to work through the easy with you. The medium, I'm going to put a couple of the steps up. And the hard, you are all on your own. But I'm going to keep it based around our 8 times tables to help us out. So, please open, make sure your books are ready to go in a you-do section. Yes, Izzy?
If you have more time, can you do more than 1?
Oh, definitely. If you have more time and you'd like to extend yourself, okay, and you'd like to show some initiative, work your way to soaring, you can definitely do that. So, easy, medium, and hard. Now I'm going to write the hard one up first, and the reason I'm going to write that up first is so that you have that little bit of extra time if you're working on that. So, 7 over 8 minus 4 over 9. Medium, 3 over 8 minus 1 over 5. So remember, step 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so step 2, you need to find step 2 is you find your lowest common denominator, or if you're struggling, find your common denominator. Okay, then what you do to the bottom, you're going to do to the top. Okay, so you'll need to have this sort of multiplication signs in here. Okay, and you need to fill those spaces in. Then you're going to rewrite it. Oops, so we're not going to need that. Minus. And then you're going to solve it. Okay, so you need to fill in these spaces that are highlighted in orange. Okay? So that should give you a bit of an indication. But if you're going to work with the easy one with me over here, we're going to work together. So I'm going to have, we might go 6 over 8 minus 1 over 3. So I'm going to identify. I'll try and stand on this side for you. I'm going to identify. I know I need to find a different denominator. Okay, find a common denominator, the lowest common denominator. So step 2, I'm going to rewrite it. 3 over 8 multiplied by something, and 1 over 3. Because I'm going to use my memory of our times tables, okay, I might even think, what's the lowest common denominator? We worked on this one before. 8 times 3. Who can remember that one for me? 8 times 3, 3 eighths, 8, 16. Brycey? 24. Excellent, champion. 24. So 8 times 3 is 24. And 8 and 3 can go in the 24 together. So that's what we're going to write on either side. So 8 times 3 and 3 times 8. Step number 3. What is step number 3, LT? Look back in your book if you need to. That's exactly right. So what am I going to write up here? You're a champion. What am I going to write up here? Unbelievable. Step 4 is going to be what, Sterling? Have a look back in your book if you need to. If you need something to help you out, we can help. We can facilitate that. So we might have Silka. Help us out. What's step number 4? Rewrite. That's going to be your task now. Now we already know that 3 times 8 is 24 and 8 times 3 is 24. So I can already put those in for you. Okay? We know it's going to be 24. So you only need to do 3 times 3 at the top and 1 times 8 at the bottom. Okay. Dane, could you ask Jacob to sit down for me, please? Yep, that'd be great. If you just leave that there, that'll be fine. Thank you. Okay, so your job... Who's doing the easy one with me so I can see? Give me a little thumbs up if you're doing the easy one with me. Cool. So, 3 times 3 and 1 times 8 is what you need to do. Okay? Who can tell me what the 3 times 3 part is? Katie? 3 times 3? A little bit more, that's 3 plus 3. 3 times 3. So 3 lots of 3. 3, then 6, and then a little bit more. 3, 6. Help us out, Dane. 9. 9. So Caitlin, 3 times 3 is what? Excellent, good job. 3 times 3 is 9. Next one is going to be 1 times 8. Coop, can you tell me what that is for me?
1 times 8 is 8.
Okay, so it's going to be 9 times 8. We know that the denominators are the same, so they? Oh, come on, help us out. Excellent. So 9 minus 8 is going to be 1. So you're going to have 1 over 24. That would be your answer. If you work through that with me and you'd like to start extending yourself, feel free. Now I'm going to try and move around the room, have a look at some of yours, and hopefully the swivel doesn't fall over. Hutto, could you please jump up to the swivel just in case it falls over? Oh, excellent work. Done a great job. I like how you set it out nice and neat too. I really like how you extended yourself there, don't I? Done a good job. Well done, Bryce. And you got stuff over here. Good work. Good work, Trey. Excellent. You're doing a good job. Katie, I like how you're showing resilience, okay? Good effort. Good work. Everybody's doing such a great job. You've got another 2 minutes left, maybe a fraction shorter. I think the swivel's lost. 2 minutes left on your you-do. You guys are doing a great job, you really are. LT. Mr. Powell. Okay. Let's see if we can get this back in action. Hello, swivel. Let's go this way. Swivel this way. I like that. That's funny. Okay. I actually think we're doing pretty well. How do you may sit down now? You've saved us with that. I'm just going to use randomizer. Coop, tell me, what answer did you get for 3 over 8 minus 1 over 5?
3 over 8, I got 7 over 40.
You got 7, so you had 7 over 40 was your final answer? So if I'm looking at that, that was going to work out to be 15 over 40 minus 8 over 40. Yeah, excellent work. 7 over 40, good job. What about this one over here? Who did the hard one? Oh, good job extending yourself. Good job trying harder. Sorry for nearly hitting you in the head. Isabella?
I got 31 over 72.
31 over 72. So you would have had 63 over 72 and 32.
Yeah.
32 minus 32 over 72. So that would have worked out to be 31 over 72. How good's that? And what type of number is 31 to stop us from simplifying it any further?
Prime number.
Prime number. So 31's A?
Prime number.
31's A?
Prime number.
Okay, I'd like you to put your pencils down. I understand where everyone's up to. Now, after that lesson, we're going to do this. 1, 2, and 3 again. 1, 2, 3. Give me 1 if you completely understand what we're doing and you could do it on your own. 2 if you still need me to help you. And 3 if you have no idea what we're doing. That's excellent. Most people have moved their 2's to 1's and their 3's to 2's. Okay, excellent work. Shows that you were improving. We're going to finish our lesson with 2 things. Trey, first part of the 5-step process. Identify. Bryce, second part.
Find the lowest common denominator.
Find the lowest common denominator. Excellent work, champion. Silka, third part.
What you do at the bottom, you do to the top.
What you do at the bottom, you do to the top. Gracie's outside. Dane. Rewrite. Hutto. Solve. And to extend yourself, you can do what, Coop?
To extend ourselves, we can simplify.
Excellent. What a champion. Now, in your book, I would like you to finish with 2 things. An exit statement and a SMART goal. They're the last 2 things we'll do for today. So, today I learnt how to use the 5-step process. And my SMART goal, remember, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and have a time frame. So next, it's a SMART goal. Here's an example. Next lesson, I would like to use the 5-step process on my own. So, next lesson, time frame. Is it specific? Yes, the 5-step process. Okay. Is it realistic? Definitely. Okay, that's a SMART goal. So that's a good example. So I'd like you, and today I learnt how to use the 5-step process. I'd like you to write one of those in your book of each, and that will conclude our lesson today. Next lesson, we're going to learn about multiplying fractions. Okay, so we'll do a little bit of revision around this, but next explicit lesson is how we're going to use multiplying fractions. And before I finish, can I just use, I don't really want to use the randomizer for this one. I want to see people who want to share. Who could tell me what they learnt today? So what their exit statement would be today. Dame, what's your exit statement?
Well, today I learned how to subtract fractions.
Excellent, perfect. Oscar?
Today I learned how to use a 5-step process accurately.
Excellent. Bryce?
Today I learned how to use a 5-step process with subtracting fractions.
That is excellent. And last one?
Today I improved my 5-step process skills.
I like how you said improved my 5-step process skills because you already had them from, I can use my inferencing skills and know that that's what you meant. Okay, excellent work. SMART goal. Who can tell me one of their SMART goals? Dane.
Next lesson I would like to learn how to use the 5-step process on my own.
Excellent.
Next lesson I would like to know how to do all of it by myself.
All of it by yourself. Excellent. Silka.
My next lesson I would like to use the 5-step process independently.
I like how you use the word independently. That's gold star for you. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching. My name is Mr. Green. This is 6A. Say bye everyone. Bye. Okay.